I have been so freaking blessed by my parents. Um, Essentially, I've just kind of been having a really hard time with motherhood as of late. My son is going through phases where he's like frustrated because he can't yet communicate um, what his needs are, his frustrations. So he's like throwing things and tantrums and lots of like like he just keeps making this noise, and it literally grates on my nerves so bad. It got to a point where I had a headache for like just days. Like I would wake up and I would still have the headache after a full night's rest. I just had headaches and headaches and headaches. And I literally, I told my mom, I was like, I don't know how people do this. Like I want to cry. Like I just want to cry all day. And she took my son from me for like a whole week and a half just so I can like, chill and whatever. And it has been so like I don't have a headache. Right now I'm literally playing The Sims on my brother's PS4. PS4. And I realized that I'm so blessed, dude. Like literally how many people have reliable help for their baby? Not a lot of people. And like that to me, bro, like I can't even imagine that. Like if you're watching and you are in that situation where you don't have anyone you can trust for free that you can give your child, you hand your child off to, like a sister, a mom, dad, relative, anything. Wow, my hat is totally off to you, bro. Like literally you're a freaking G. You are a G, because I don't know how y'all do it. I've had a week and a half off from like, having to be a mom. And like I don't want like, how do I put it? I miss my son, but like I kind of like, oh God, he's gonna come back eventually though. Like I'm not gonna be able to like wake up at 10 a.m. and just like go to the gym and take a long ass shower and whatever. And like this morning I went to go cut my hair. I made like an impromptu hair appointment. Like it's just so nice. Like literally if you're watching and you don't have any kids, take advantage of this time. Like people say like, oh my gosh, like kids change everything. And like I never had like baby siblings. I had like a little brother, but it was never like, I never had like a baby sibling growing up. So I just never really understood how taxing and time consuming it is to take care of a like toddler or baby. Bro, like it's just nonstop work. And like the work is not even physical, it's just mental. And I feel like that's even worse, because sometimes you need a break. And the thing is, like, since my husband is the only one who works in the household, how do I put it, like, I don't want to say he's not an active dad. He is, excuse me, but like, I'm a considerate person. My husband, he works full time. We have one income, and he works a lot. So it's like for him to come home and for me to just be like, here, take the baby, after he's had a long ass day at work. He wants to probably just kick his feet up and just, have dinner served to him. I understand that and I respect that. So I don't like shove the baby at him when he comes home. But I also want a break too, because it's like, again, it's mentally exhausting to have a kid follow you around all day. So then it's like I never really get a break because I don't hand my son off to my husband when he comes home from work, because I feel bad. I'm like, well, damn, he just had a really long ass day and poor guy's all tired from working so much. Yeah, anyway, I'm just ranting. Sorry, I'm just like ranting. Anyway, but yeah, I just realized like how blessed I was to have this opportunity to myself. It's like a mini vacation. Like granted, I'm not on the beach somewhere, but I'm on my couch sitting in my undies. Can't show you my undies because we're on YouTube, but yeah, I'm sitting in my undies on my couch just playing The Sims. I had a chocolate donut earlier for like after lunch or whatever. That was immaculate. Yeah, I'm thinking about going back to work because my mom was like, oh, if you want, like, what's something that will definitely help you is going back to work. Like, I could just babysit the baby for you and you just go back to work. Like, you know, that way you can actually talk to adults. And I'm actually really considering it. Thing is, my social anxiety, man. Like, how do I put it? Like, I don't want to, like, you know, I'm very about, you know how they say you speak things into existence? I don't really like talking about social anxiety because it's like, I feel like the more I talk about it, the worse it gets. But I do have some, you know, natural anxieties around large populations of people, which I would be going back into, like, bartending or waitressing. And, you know, as a bartender, waitress, you, like, meet lots of people all day because you're serving people all day. Not that that's a bad thing, it's great, but it's just like, I remember when I left the industry, bartending really fucking, like, kind of ruined it for me, honestly. Like, I loved bartending, don't get me wrong. Morning bar was so chill, like, chill, the people were so cool. It was night bar that really had me F the F up, bro. Night bar, people come in and it's like, basically you're bartending. Okay, your job as a bartender, right? You're making drinks for people, but your second job is basically being an adult babysitter for drunk adults who don't know how to handle their drink. That's like the other part of bartending. And it just got to a point where I was just like literally getting yelled at every single Saturday night, week after week after week after week. So it got to a point where every Saturday night bar, I would come into my shift like already nervous because I was just like, oh fuck, like somebody's gonna yell at me, somebody's gonna scream at me, somebody's gonna try and jump behind the bar to like hit me because I cut them off because they're being too rowdy. And I actually left the whole service industry because of that. Like, I couldn't really handle it. I was just like, I just can't do this. And I asked my manager if I could just take off Saturday night bar off my schedule entirely, and they said no, because the whole reason that I technically was promoted to bar from waitress was because they needed a Saturday bartender, and I had worked at that restaurant for a long time. So they were like, you know, you're responsible, you've been here for a while, we'd like to promote you to bar. And I was like, hell yeah. But the condition was that I had to be a Saturday night bartender. And I totally understand why nobody else wanted the shift, because it was like literally fucking brutal. So yeah, so the bar that I would be working at, I don't like it. It does get rowdy. It does get rowdy. It's not the same bar, it's a different bar. But I'm just like, dude, like, do I really want to do that to myself? I think I might like sit down and talk to the manager. I don't know, I'm still considering it, because the whole thing is that I do have you see this thing that I have on my foot? So I forgot what they're called. This thing, it's like a toe stretcher, which essentially, excuse me, I have this thing called Morton's neuroma, which you get it from kind of like wearing shoes that squeeze your toe box too much. And I mean, like most shoes do that. But when I worked as a waitress, I used to tie my shoes really, really tight. I don't know why. I just liked the feeling of having really tightly tied shoes. And it really messed up my right foot. To where now I have to wear this kind of like, I have to do it a couple times a week. Like, I should be actually doing it every day and then doing a massage after, and I don't, just because it's I forget, and it's kind of annoying. But yeah, like I'm kind of scared of going back to bartending because I don't want my foot problem to get worse than it already is. Again, I got the foot problem from like when I was working in the service industry, because you know, you're always on your feet when you're bartending or waitressing, and I just don't want the inflammation to get worse. Basically, like there's like inflamed tissue around the nerve that's like, it pinches it, and it just like it hurts like a mother. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. It just hurts like really, really bad. I don't know how to put it into words, but there's really no cure as of now. They have surgeries, but the surgery is not like there's no guarantee that the surgery can actually work, because the thing is sometimes the nerves are actually like so tiny that the surgeons can't operate on it. It's like inoperable. So I just plus then you have to like take, I think, 6 months to recover. I'm good. Like I don't want to do that. Like no. I have to take my son to the park. I have to like walk, to the grocery store. I don't have 6 months to just sit on my ass and not do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I just can't do that, unfortunately. So yeah, I have not gotten the surgery, and I've had this for like maybe 4 or 5 years.